Jen Gerasimus, one of the health and wellness influencers for MSOF, and going live here today to talk about the core and for us to do a core workout together. And hopefully some of you will join live. We'll see if someone does. If not, this video will be available it'll be there. We'll also upload it, I think, up to YouTube, so we'll send out that link, then you guys can always refer to it. But I really wanted to discuss talking about what is the core and how to properly strengthen it. So before we go into the workout, I'm going to be sharing my top favorite core moves, just 3 of them, and we'll cycle through maybe 2 to 3 rounds based on time. So, but first let me go briefly into what is the core, because the core is more than just this abdominal area, what we think about as, that 6-pack area. The core is actually like shoulders to hips. The core involves your glute muscles all the way up to your back. Like this is your core, this cylinder that connects very movable joints. So that's what I'm doing. The core is meant to be a stabilizer. It is meant to help to be able to transfer energy efficiently from upper to lower body as you're moving. So the core, our arms move and our hips move so many different directions, right? And they're meant to be mobile. But on the other hand, our core is meant to be a stabilizer. It is meant to stabilize us, support us, which I may not be surprised for some of y'all to hear that, but it's a stabilizer. But it's how the core gets trained. It gets mistrained, trying to get beautiful looking abs or cut sides that unfortunately isn't properly trained the core. That we see so much in the gym, in group classes, that kind of thing. So it's real important also to work your core, to do core before your workout. A lot of people will save abs till the end of their workout. It should be at the beginning. It should be part of your warm-up. So when I'm working with my clients, we have warm-up moves, we do core, and then we get into the big bulk of the workout. Because you want your core primed and firing and ready to stabilize you, and it's already, so it needs to get warmed up first. It doesn't need to be saved to the very end to get done as like a cool down. It needs to be done in the beginning. So with strengthening your core, a lot of times you'll see movements where you're flexing or extending your spine when your core is supposed to be a stabilizer. So you don't want to teach it by strengthening it by doing crunches, for example, okay? Or doing side bends, where people are standing, and they're doing these side bends. That's the improper way to strengthen your core, because it's supposed to be a stabilizer. You are causing your spine to bend to try, and that's so it's doing opposite of what we're wanting to do. So the moves today I'm going to show you are ways to strengthen it without doing stuff where you're curving your spine. Plus, think about posture. Like a lot of us are actually very tight this way, okay, because of our bad posture. We open up ourselves, so we don't want to emphasize our bad posture by trying to strengthen this. So those ab machines that you see where you're pulling down, and that causes a lot of strain on your back. All right, so I could go in a lot about how why you might have back pain and your back's not the problem. Save that for another time. But your core, again, it's you want to do moves that it is having to fire and keep you from rotating, keep you from moving. That's an anti-rotation type movements, okay? Anti-rotation type activities. And so I'm going to share 3 of those. It's going to help with the core, and I'm going to explain on the benefits of each of them. The other thing just to mention about the core is that you've got this this abdominal, you got, a lot of people know that their abdominal is the 6-pack. Then they'll have their like obliques that are on the side, right? We want strong obliques, so we have a nice looking waist. A lot of times we get the hourglass figure. But the core muscle that gets kind of the most neglected, one of them is the transverse abdominis, and that's your really deep core muscle. It is the core muscle that's underneath those layers of the abdominal layers and the obliques. And the transverse, it comes around, it comes from the underneath all that, it comes around into the small of your back. And you want to train that thing to fire before the abdominal muscles, because you want it to support you when you're doing any kind of activity. You're picking your kid up, right? For a big example of one that you're picking your kid up, and you need that deep abdominal muscles to fire just like that, support you, mainly because why? It supports your back. And so that's what these moves are going to be focusing on, is getting that transverse abdominis just to fire, just like that. Okay? All right. So if you have more questions about core and about the core muscles, let me know. Post them, share, and let me know. All right. So we're going to get started with our 3 movements that we have. And, we'll try to get 3 rounds in it. That's kind of ideal. With my clients, actually, I kind of do 2 as a warmer startup so we can get into the rest of the workout. So we'll see what we have time-wise today. So anyways, all right. So we're going to get a mat. We will be using on the mat, and then, excuse me one moment, as now I'm getting warmed up. I'm usually cold when I get started, and then I get warmed up. Welcome to my studio, by the way. This is my studio. So here we go. All right. So first we're going to talk about a really good plank positions. And I do planks differently. I don't do planks where you try to hold a plank for an hour. That is not, are we doing something where we're having to hold our abdominals for like an hour. We need them to fire and hold us for a shorter period of time. And so that's what this first move is about. But first, before we want to get how to get set up in a proper plank. Okay, so you want you to come onto your belly. So you're going to be on your belly. I want your elbows underneath your shoulders. So elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your hands are in a railroad track, meaning they're parallel with one another. We don't want our hands together, clasping our hands. We want hands, because that's internal rotation that causes in the shoulders. We don't want that. We want railroad tracks with our hands. And you want feet together. I'm curling my toes up underneath. Curling my toes up. And then eyes, very important. I want your eyes looking past your hands, because I don't ever want you hanging your head. We want to keep that spine in a good alignment. So as you pop up into a plank, so you come up on your toes. Okay, you want to make sure, again, the elbows are underneath the shoulders. And you want to make sure your hips are kind of in line with your shoulders. You're not sagging down, and you're not hiking up, okay? So you're coming into right where the shoulder level. Now, it's a little bit more, I could go in details, but it's kind of, I got to be with you a little bit to describe. But the, if you're sagging too much, if you're looking out and you can see this big arch, I have in my back, this big cave in my back, you want to kind of get rid of that. So it is a really good idea to look into a mirror, okay? So that's proper plank position. But first exercise move we're going to do is what we call plank pop-ups. So we're going to come up and we're going to pop up into plank for a count of 10. Now, if that is too long for you and it's too hard, then don't stay up for as long. Stay up as long as you can, and then come back down. So we're going to come up for a count of 10, down for a count of 5. Up for a count of 10, down for a count of 5. We're going to repeat that. We're just going to do that 3 times, and then we'll move on to the next one. But the benefit of this up and down plank is getting that transverse abdominis to fire. So it gets you to pop up into plank, transverse abdominis, get it to fire, and then it relax, and then pop up, and then it has to fire and relax. And so it is training that transverse to be able to fire really quickly. So that's the benefit of planking like this. Okay, so let's get started. Enough talk. All right, get yourself, check how your elbows are, check how your ends are, check where your eyes are, how your feet. Come up, pop up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Squeeze your glutes. Pretend I wanted to come over. I want you tightening up so much that I was going to come over and try to push you over, and you were going to let me. So let's try that again. Here we go. All right, up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. Rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push that ground away from you. Push it away. Don't let your shoulder blades collapse in. Push it away. Be strong against that ground. Here we do 3, 2, 1. Relax. Come back down. It can be taxing on the shoulders. It definitely can. That's why you want to make sure that your elbows are right underneath it and you're pushing that ground away from you. And you may have to start at like 5 seconds and come down in 5, rather than at 10. All right, you're going to flip over on your back. The next two are on your back. And so this is going to work on that transverse abdominis, what we're doing, but it's also going to help work on the obliques. And so what you're going to do is what we call a dead bug position. This is dead bug position. Your spine is pressed into the back of the mat. Your tailbone is on the ground. It's not off. It's on the ground. Knees are right over your hips, okay? Hands are going to be here. A lot of times, if you're familiar with these, you might do opposite arm, opposite leg. That's not what we're going to do today. What I want you to do is you're going to take your right hand and you're going to press it into your right knee. So you'll bring your right knee in a little bit and you're going to press your right hand and your right knee together so you can feel that right side oblique firing. And then what you're going to do is you're going to extend the left side. All right, extend them out. So we're going to do for a count of 10. Now, if you are starting to feel this too much in your lower back, don't go so low with your leg. You might just be about here. I'd rather do that than have your back starting to pop up off the mat. So we're going to do about 4 more. 4, keep squeezing the hand and knee together. 3, 2, good, and 1. All right. All right, relax for a moment if you need to. Get that back in order, get those knees up. Squeeze left side. Here we go, extend with right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze that hand, 2, push that hand and knee together, and 1. Excellent. All right. Okay, so now bring your feet. We're going to do bridging. And I want to work on single leg bridging, so we're going to focus on one glute, butt cheek, hamstring firing, because that's part of your core also is your butt. And so we want to get that firing. And so also focusing on one side is part of that anti-rotation. We're going to try to keep, so we keep our body, get our body in line. It may want to go one way because we're just focusing on one side, but we're going to keep it right in the center. So you're going to take an ankle over a knee, hands by your side, and we're just going to go up and down for 10, for a count of 10. So you're going to press up through that heel on the ground, and you're going to squeeze this glute, feel it in your hamstring, extend out that hip, and then you're going to come not all the way to the ground, almost to the ground, and then come back up. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze this butt cheek, 6, 7, 8, good, 9, and 10. Excellent. All right, let's switch sides. Ankle across the other knee. Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, squeeze, squeeze. What am I going? 5. Did I start going down? 4. I don't know which direction. 3, 2, 1. Either way, I think that was around 10. All right. Okay, we're gonna flip back over onto your bellies. So flip back over. Get yourself. Think about that plank position. Elbow underneath your shoulders. Draw those shoulder blades down. Look out past your hands. Curl those toes. Go ahead and start squeezing your butt. Start kind of squeezing your butt some. Pop up for count 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Down. Don't let that head hang. Don't let it hang. And up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. Let things relax. And then here we go. Fire. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let's roll it over. This is also kind of that fighting that anti-rotation for those obliques, right? Dead bug start position. Bring right hand, right knee together. Squeeze it. Activate that side. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's extend the left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. 4. Keep squeezing the hand. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch sides. Go right into it. 10. Squeeze the hand and knee. 8, 7, 9. What am I at? 8. 7. 6. Don't let that back pop up. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. One other thing to comment that I thought about, so make sure, is that you want to push out with your heel, not point with your toe. Okay, we need to press out with that heel so that it gets more of the activation in the backside. Then pointing your toe. Your calves are tight enough as it is. We don't need to make them tighter. All right, let's do the bridges. Cross that ankle over that other knee, up and down for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, switch sides right into it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, flip it over. Let's repeat. Let's do it one more time. Let's do 3. All right, here we go. The roto tracks with our arms. Draw those shoulder blades down. Curl up those toes. Let's pop up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And up. 10, 9, 8, 7. Push that ground away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember to squeeze your glute. Squeeze your core as you come up. Like you're not going to let me push you over. I'm standing beside you trying to push you, and you're not going to let me do it. That's how we should activate your core. For 3, 2, 1, come down. All right, back on our backs. Dead bug position. Right hand, right knee. Squeeze it. Fire that side. Here we go. Left for 2, 3. Pull those towards your shin and push with your heel out. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, Excellent. All right, bring those feet down. Whew. All right, we've had that core kind of firing for quite a while. Relax it. Let's get glutes and hamstrings in here. All right. Here we go. Cross that ankle, cross that knee. Bring that ankle across that knee. Up and down we go. 10. Really extend up that hip. Squeeze that glutes and hamstring to extend that hip. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switch other side. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Great job. All right. I'd love to hear from you. If you give this a try, let me know. Consistency is so key. So what I would encourage you to do, if you already work out several days a week, but you're not incorporating some core, if you're not doing core workout, you're really missing out. For you to help, protect your back from lifting your kids, from doing other stuff as you get older. I mean, you know that you need to be working your core. And a lot of times we like to maybe just do those workouts that we just get real hot and sweaty really quick and don't take the time for the ones that don't get us hot and sweaty because we don't feel like they're as beneficial. Take 10, 15 minutes to do this. If you're not already working out, and you need to implement, start with something like this where it's just 10 minutes. Maybe you only did one round. Good for you. You had time to do one round. It's just even a little bit over time makes a difference. It's not all or nothing. All right, guys. So as a health and fitness influencers here, we're here for you. Please let us know how we can help assist, or if you've got questions for you. Anyway, let's talk to you guys later. Have a great day.